All, please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for Class 1164. My name is Steve Duty. I'm a training operations supervisor assigned to the Physical Techniques Department here at the Border Patrol Academy, and I'll be your master of ceremonies for today's graduation. At this time, I'd like to introduce the onstage ceremony party. Starting to my far right, Daniel I. Parra, Acting Deputy Chief Patrol Agent, U.S. Border Patrol Academy. Chris T. Clem, Chief Patrol Agent of the Yuma Border Patrol Sector. And Robert Smoot, Program Specialist of the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Next, I would like to recognize the staff members of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy that were instrumental in the success of this session. Some of these staff members could not be present today as they were busy instructing other sessions. Would the staff members please stand as your name is called and remain standing? From the Operations Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Roland H. Renaud and Border Patrol Agent Sarah Cabrera. From the Spanish Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Ciro P. Roman and Border Patrol Agent Jaime A. Gomez. From the Physical Techniques Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Darian D. Stearns and Border Patrol Agents Rossi E. Burton and Benjamin R. Camacho. From the Firearms Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Harold J. Brooks and Border Patrol Agent Trevor A. Ackerman. From the Driver Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agents Daniel A. Dean and Lee A. Fitzpatrick. From the Tactics Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Manuel Garza Jr. and Border Patrol Agent John I. Rocha. And attorneys, Uguchaku Obano and Elizabeth D. Long. And finally, our training technician assigned to 1164, Danae Hernandez Ware. Ladies and gentlemen, the staff of Class 1164. Thank you, and please be seated. The U.S. Border Patrol Academy allows family members or influential persons who are current sworn officers the honor of presenting the Border Patrol badge to their graduating relative or mentee. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name. Joining us today, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Eric Gonzalez, 14 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Ramiro Garza, 14 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Cesar Quintero, 14 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Julio Ramirez, 13 years of service. And finally, Border Patrol Agent Oscar Cantu Jr., 12 years of service. Ladies and gentlemen, please give the guests of Class 1164 a round of applause. Each graduating class selects one of its members to address the audience during graduation ceremony. Class 1164 has selected Border Patrol Agent Luis Vasquez. At this time, I would like to ask Agent Vasquez to come forward and address the audience.
Good morning. Thank you for attending the graduation ceremony of Class 1164. My name is Luis Vasquez, and I'm honored to have been chosen to be the class speaker before you today. I have been offered a great opportunity to attempt to convey the experience of Class 1164 into words. The men and women of Class 1164 come from many different walks of life. We have college graduates, first responders, veterans, and former retail workers. Being a diverse group has helped us all learn so much from one another. Arriving here was a culture shock for all of us. We were isolated and could not physically socialize with one another due to COVID-19 restrictions. Isolation was one of the biggest mental challenges we faced. It's not easy to leave your family behind and then be forced to stay in your room for almost 2 weeks. However, Class 1164 is a mentally driven class. Everyone in this class has experienced some hardship in one way or another. Some have missed the birth of their first child, while others have had family members pass away while being here. Regardless of the unexpected hardships of life, the men and women before you today remained here. They are relentlessly determined to accomplish what they set out to do almost 8 months ago. There were many feats accomplished here by my colleagues. Some studied into the night in preparation for law and Spanish exams. Others put in extra miles on the track to improve their chances of success for the PT final. The satisfaction of conquering something you had trouble with is something that can't easily be replicated. The hard work put in is something that every one of you should be proud of. The camaraderies we gained here will always remain. Years down the road, we will never forget some of the best and worst experiences we endured here, like when we had to run miles and encourage the weak runners to stay in front of the formation, taking care of each other while our faces were on fire on OC Exposure Day, laughing at each other getting tased. Moments like these show the determination, teamwork, and the true will of 1164. I would like to say thank you to our operations instructors, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Renard and Border Patrol Agent Cabrera. They are exemplary Border Patrol agents. If we did anything wrong in class, we knew we were about to receive Border Patrol Agent Cabrera's iconic response of negative. Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Renard always kept us on our toes. He ensured we understood the importance of attention to detail. They both embody what leaders should be. Leaders trying to show us the right way to do things and forge us into the best we can be. To us, that is a highly respectable trait we hope to duplicate. These two instructors are very caring, understanding, and knowledgeable. Without their instructions and guidance, we would not be here today. We will take their stories and experiences with us to the field and reflect on them to become better Border Patrol agents. I would like to thank all the departments for the intense training we were given. It was due to their guidance that we feel ready for the field. The driving department taught us how to be better overall drivers and the dangers of a traffic stop. The tactics department for teaching us the importance of terrain reading. The Spanish department for teaching us how to speak efficiently through many weeks of scenarios. The PT department for breaking our bodies down and rebuilding them. Our instructors truly pushed us to our limits, whether it was the endless bodybuilders, finger push-ups, or the little man in the woods. We would always hear the same quote, just get it done. They had adorable nicknames for us, which made hard times turn hilarious. But we are proud to call ourselves knuckleheads. We would like to thank the firearms department for showing us how to use our weapons efficiently and give us a better fighting chance to make it home every day. They made range days fun, informative, and exciting. A mentor is not someone who walks ahead to show us how they did it. A mentor walks alongside us to show us what we can do. With a full heart, thank you to all of our instructors. We would like to thank our family members and loved ones who are currently looking at this graduation through social media, listening to us speak about the difficulty of the academy. You may not see it, but you are the pillars of our strength. Your words of encouragement were a deciding factor to stay and help us push through the hardest of times. Thank you from the deepest part of our hearts. You are forever a part of Class 1164. In the words of David Goggins, the human body can withstand and accomplish a hell of a lot more than most of us think possible, and that it all begins in the end with the mind. We feel no words can be truer. We went through physical, emotional, and mental anguish, but we became stronger. The men and women before you today are the living and breathing embodiment of true will. We are Class 1164, the best since 1924, with pride and honor like those before. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce you to Acting Deputy Chief Patrol Agent Daniel I. Parra. But before I invite Acting Deputy Chief Parra to the lectern, I'd like to tell you about him. Daniel I. Parra is the Acting Deputy Chief Patrol Agent of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy. He's the Division Chief of Law Enforcement Operational Programs for Tucson's sector. Division Chief Parra began his career with the U.S. Border Patrol on July 28, 2002. He was assigned to the El Centro Station and attended the 520th session of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy in Charleston, South Carolina. Across the span of his career with the U.S. Border Patrol, Division Chief Parra has served in a variety of positions ranging in scope and complexity. These assignments include Supervisory Border Patrol Agent and Field Operations Supervisor at the Indio Station in the El Centro sector, Executive Officer of Operations for the El Centro sector, Assistant Chief at U.S. Border Patrol Headquarters within the Law Enforcement Operations Directorate, Pacific Corridor, Deputy Patrol Agent in charge of operations at the Ajo Station in the Tucson sector, and patrol agent in charge of the Blythe Station in the Yuma sector, where he served until his selection as Division Chief in Tucson. Deputy Division Chief Parra has also served in various liaison assignments to include overseas deployments to Kenya in support of the Presidential Security Governance Initiative, and as a staff member to the Assistant Commissioner of the Office of Professional Responsibility. Division Chief Parra promoted to his current position in October of 2019 and oversees multiple law enforcement operational programs in the Tucson sector, the largest and one of the busiest in the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, Acting Deputy Chief Daniel I. Parra.
Well, good morning, everybody. Class 1164, we're almost there, right? But before we get started, I just want to thank our guests, those that are here present with us, and those that are joining us virtually. So thank you for being here. And then for our instructor cadre of getting these fine men and women ready to deploy out to the field. So 1164, again, congratulations. Congratulations on your completion of the United States Border Patrol Academy. You have successfully endured the most rigorous and challenging basic academy that federal law enforcement has to offer. And for that reason, we proudly welcome you into the finest agency in the land. As you are about to embark on your Border Patrol journey, rest assured that the training you have received has provided you with the necessary foundation to accomplish the mission. It's a foundation because in order to be successful, we must strive to improve our profession. Now let's talk about the mission. The U.S. Border Patrol is a national security agency entrusted to protect this great nation and its sovereignty. The United States cannot exist without sovereign borders. Our sovereign borders cannot exist without the United States Border Patrol. What a great honor has been bestowed upon us. Remember, this honor cannot exist without the public's trust. It is our most cherished possession. Our every action must be to foster and preserve it. And we do this by living honor first, which is our guiding principle. Again, my name is Daniel Parra, Class 520, and I am proud to be among the first to welcome you to our beloved Border Patrol. Thank you, and Godspeed.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce you to Chief Patrol Agent for the Yuma sector, Chris T. Clem. But before I invite Chief Clem to the lectern, I'd like to give you some background. Chris T. Clem is the Chief Patrol Agent of the Yuma sector. Chief Clem is responsible for planning, organizing, and directing U.S. Border Patrol administration and operations throughout the Yuma sector area of responsibility. Chief Clem has served in a variety of U.S. Border Patrol leadership positions to include Deputy Chief Patrol Agent of both the El Paso and New Orleans sectors, and Associate Chief at U.S. Border Patrol Headquarters in Washington, D.C. While assigned to headquarters, he was the Acting Deputy Chief of Operational Programs and the Acting Deputy Chief of Operations, where he led several secretary and commissioner-driven initiatives. As an Associate Chief, he oversaw the East and Central Corridor and the Specialty Programs and Planning Division. Chief Clem was the Assistant Chief Patrol Agent of Training and Traumatic Incident Management and Acting Division Chief for Mission Readiness in Tucson sector. In July 2020, Chief Clem was assigned as the Acting Chief Patrol Agent of the Big Bend sector until his arrival in Yuma in December of 2020. In addition to the positions identified above, Chief Clem has also served as the patrol agent in charge of 4 Border Patrol stations: the Casa Grande Station, the East Letta Station, and the Truth or Consequences in Albuquerque stations. He brings to his position the leadership, knowledge, and experience gained from over 25 years of dedicated service in the U.S. Border Patrol. Chief Clem began his career in 1995 with the U.S. Border Patrol in Lordsburg, New Mexico. In 1999, he promoted to Senior Patrol Agent in Sierra Blanca, Texas. And in 2002, he returned to Lordsburg, New Mexico as a Supervisory Border Patrol Agent and then a Field Operations Supervisor. He's held several collateral duty positions to include Canine Handler, Intelligence Officer, and Firearms Instructor. Chief Clem is a native of New Orleans, Louisiana, but grew up in Houston, Texas. He is a graduate of Sam Houston University with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice and a Master of Science in Leadership and Management. Chief Clem was promoted to the Senior Executive Service in March of 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Chris T. Clem.
Well, good morning again, and good morning to everybody on social media. I got to tell you, when Vasquez was speaking, and I saw from where I was sitting people laughing and smiling about some of the comments, I think that's great. That's exactly what needs to happen. You know, this job is serious, but there's some fun times to be had. And also announcing some of your staff members. There's folks up there that I know and recognize, hadn't seen in a while, so I know you were in good hands. But let me congratulate you again, your friends and your family, on achieving this honor of soon to be officially a Border Patrol agent. I've been in this agency over 26 years. I've been left Houston, Texas, to be stationed in Lordsburg, New Mexico as class 289, the 289. Trust the line to 289. I actually had more people in my high school in Houston, Texas than all of Hidalgo County, New Mexico when I arrived there. Probably there's more in my high school now than there still is in New Mexico there. I promoted several years later to a senior patrol agent position in Sierra Blanca, Texas. There was one paved road and no stoplight. Our P.O. box was number 3. So I sent that address updated to my family and our friends, and I remember my wife's family and friends going, "What type of town do you live in? Well, you're in P.O. Box 3. Well, we made the best of it, and my career has taken me on a great journey, from a trainee in Lordsburg to patrol agent in charge, associate chief in Washington, D.C., to deputy chief in 2 different sectors, and chief patrol agent. The Border Patrol has been great to me and my family because of what we made of it. The work is hard. The lifestyle took adjustments, constant adjustments. But we have continued to enjoy it and understand the value it brings to our country, our citizens, and our family. And I want to take a moment to talk about a very important topic, and that's resiliency. You see, oftentimes we hide behind our mask, and in our case, it's our badge. But beneath the badge is a heart. Beneath the badge is a soul, a human being. And part of being human is nurturing. We have to take the time to nurture each other, to recognize that our jobs are difficult. The stress we endure is direct. The stress we endure can be indirect, and it takes a toll. I want you to know that your family and your loved ones deal with it too. They worry about you. They will hear every car door that shuts, every phone that rings. So when I speak about resiliency, it's about you, it's about your family. So take the time to find that work-life balance. There is no cookie-cutter approach. Each and every one of us have a different story. What works for me may not work for you. Each of us value our time differently, but make the time for yourself and for your family. There's nothing more important than your family. And, they will be picking your retirement home, so, you got to make sure you take care of them as well. But seriously, we are working to expand on all our agent and family support programs, whether it's resiliency, peer support, or chaplains. There is no reason not to use them. You've been taught, and you will learn that when you're on patrol, there's no reason if a situation gets out of control or you think it's going to get out of control, you won't think twice about calling for backup. So why wouldn't you do that if your life or the life of a loved one starts to get out of control, starts heading down the wrong path? Reach out. Look around you. Class 1164, those are your classmates. Those are your new friends, lifelong friends. Your peers, your family, your friends back home, friends you're going to make at your new duty stations. That's the best support you can have. And remember that a call or that pat on the back may mean the difference. It may make all the difference in the world to someone. Now, class 1164, it is your time, and I am between you and graduation. And I can tell you, I didn't want our speaker to go on and on and on when I was sitting there 26 years ago. So I will make my remaining remarks very brief. So your class motto, the best since 1924 with pride and honor like those before. I like that. So what all does it mean? The best. It's defined of highest quality. So I ask you the question, are you? Have you earned that title? Since 1924. The word since means from then till now. Do you know our history? Can you carry the boots, those that came before you? Will you represent? With pride. It means dignity, importance, merit. Will you be proud? Will you be dignified? Will you treat others in the same way? And honor. It means in fairness, integrity in one's beliefs and actions. Will you continue to live your life that way? Be objective in upholding the law? Like those before. Similar and previous to is what that means. So will your actions reflect the efforts of the agents that have battled and changed this agency for over 97 years? And most importantly, the ones that have made the ultimate sacrifice? You see, a motto are more than words, more than something the Academy makes you come up with. It's who you are as a class. It is something you will remember forever, a bond that only 1164 will have. And while I have defined those words and what they mean in my remarks, it is up to each and every one of you, Class 1164, to define them yourselves as you leave here today as Border Patrol agents. So I promise to make this short, as I've sat there before as a trainee, as a spectator, and I know how proud your family and loved ones are. They can't wait to hug you when you get back home. They can't wait to take pictures with you. So let them. It's important. Always take that moment. And let me tell you, Class 1164, congratulations and honor first. Thank you.
Thank you, Acting Deputy Chief Pato and Chief Patrol Agent Clem, for those inspiring and encouraging words. And now we'll move on to the presentation of the awards. At this time, we would like to recognize the section leaders of Class 1164 with the Border Patrol Academy Award for Leadership. Border Patrol Agents Aaron L. Giacoletti and Anthony M. Melendez, please come forward. The section leader position carries with it a tremendous amount of additional responsibility, aside from the same strict training regimen as the rest of the class. The Leadership Award commends the section leaders for their devotion to duty, leadership, demeanor, and professional attitude. Thank you, Agents Giacoletti and Melendez. At this time, we would like to recognize the graduate with the highest academic achievement. Border Patrol Agent David J. Figueroa Rian, please come forward. This award for academic excellence signifies that the graduate ranks #1 amongst his peers in operations, Spanish, and law. His performance makes him highly deserving of the honor bestowed by this award. Thank you, Agent Figueroa Rian. The Firearms Training Award is awarded to the graduate with the highest score in firearms training. Border Patrol Agent Leonel A. Veras, please come forward. The award signifies that the graduate has earned the distinction of achieving the highest firearms qualification score while demonstrating distinction in the efficiency of his service weapon. Thank you, Agent Veras. The Driver Training Award recognizes the graduate with the highest score in the driver training program. Border Patrol Agent Mitchell A. Cox, please come forward. Today's recipient far exceeded the challenging requirements and expectations of a novice driver. His performance exemplifies the high level of attention to detail required to safely operate a motor vehicle during stressful situations. Thank you, Agent Cox. The Honor First Award is presented on behalf of the staff of the Border Patrol Academy. Border Patrol Agent Aaron L. Giacoletti, please come forward. This award is given to the individual who embodies the guiding principles of honor and who has demonstrated through his actions a level of integrity and commitment that exemplifies the values of a Border Patrol agent. Thank you, Agent Giacoletti. The Physical Techniques Award recognizes the graduate with the highest score in the Physical Techniques Training Program. Border Patrol Agent Leonel A. Veras, please come forward. Due to the physical demands of the position, Border Patrol agents are expected to be in good physical condition. Today's recipient has exceeded these requirements, and his achievement sets an example for others to follow. Thank you, Agent Veras. And our last award is the FLETC Directors Award. The Border Patrol Academy is a joint effort between the United States Border Patrol and the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Working together, the two agencies provide the highest level of education available to law enforcement agents. Border Patrol Agent Aaron L. Giacoletti, please come forward. Agent Giacoletti was nominated for this award by his classmates, and the award is being presented by Mr. Robert Smoot, Program Specialist for the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Thank you, Agent Giacoletti. Please join me in giving a round of applause for all our award recipients. The graduating class will now be presented with their badge and credentials, signifying that they have met the required qualifications needed to be a Border Patrol agent. I'll now turn the podium over to Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Roland Renaud.
Good morning. My name is Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Roland Renaud, and I have had the distinct privilege of being the lead operations instructor for Class 1164. Graduates, please step forward as I call your names and receive your badge and credentials. Border Patrol Agent Oliver A. Acosta Anderson. Border Patrol Agent Dakota L. Arujo. Border Patrol Agent Richard D. Baez, Jr. Border Patrol Agent Desmond D. Barnes. Border Patrol Agent Isaiah Camacho. Border Patrol Agent George L. Cartagena. Border Patrol Agent Jessica L. Castellanos. Border Patrol Agent Jeanette Chavez. Border Patrol Agent Kaylee M. Clark. Joining Agent Clark on stage is her mentor, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Eric Gonzalez, 14 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Mitchell A. Cox. Border Patrol Agent David J. Figueroa Luyan. Border Patrol Agent Derek J. Flores. Border Patrol Agent Adrian Gamon. Border Patrol Agent Giovanni Garza. Joining Agent Garza on stage is his father, Border Patrol Agent Ramiro Garza, 14 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Aaron L. Giacoletti. Border Patrol Agent Michael B. Guajardo. Border Patrol Agent Isaac R. Guerra. Border Patrol Agent Mahmoud S. Hamza. Border Patrol Agent Jonathan A. Hernandez. Border Patrol Agent Jaid Izquierdo Velez. Border Patrol Agent Kyle T. Jewett. Border Patrol Agent Gerardo Lerma, Jr. Border Patrol Agent Vicente M. Lopez. Border Patrol Agent Dalton S. Malik. Border Patrol Agent Derek Martinez. Joining Agent Martinez on stage is his father-in-law, Border Patrol Agent Cesar Quintero. 14 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Jose A. Martinez de la Rosa. Border Patrol Agent Jesse J. Martinez Gerardo. Can you guys hear me? Border Patrol Agent Anthony M. Melendez. Border Patrol Agent Kevin A. Pared Cuevas. Border Patrol Agent David C. Ramos. Border Patrol Agent Brad H. Rollins. Border Patrol Agent Stephanie Terrones. Border Patrol Agent Daniel Torres Jr. Joining Agent Torres on stage is his uncle, Border Patrol Agent Julio Ramirez, 13 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Luis M. Trejo. Border Patrol Agent Madison N. Tucker. Border Patrol Agent Jose D. Valderrama Jr. Joining Agent Valderrama on stage is his mentor, Border Patrol Agent Oscar Cantu Jr., 12 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Ricardo R. Vargas. Border Patrol Agent Luis E. Vasquez. Border Patrol Agent Leonel A. Veres. Border Patrol Agent Francisco J. Zapata Jr. Border Patrol Agent Jorge L. Zuniga.
Graduates, please stand and prepare for the oath of office. Class, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Oliver Acosta Anderson,
Dakota L. Russo,
Richard D. Baez Jr. Desmond Barnes. Jose Camacho. George Cartagena.
Jessica Luz Castellanos. Chavez.
Haley M. Clark.
Mitchell A. Cox.
David Figueroa Rujan.
Derek J. Flores.
Adrián Ramon.
Giovanni Garza. Aaron L. Giacoletti.
Michael P. Wahabo.
Isaac R. Guerra. Mahmoud S. Hamza. Jonathan A. Hernandez. Jair Izquierdo Mendes.
Kyle Jewett. Gerardo Ledman Jr.
Vicente Lopez. Dalton S. Mallett. Derek Martinez. Jose A. Martinez La Rosa.
Jesse James Martinez.
Anthony M. Melendez. Gary Anthony Pared Cuevas.
David Christopher Ramos.
Brad H. Rollins.
Stephanie Talones.
Gaio Flores Jr.
Luis Trejo.
Madison Tucker.
Jose Valderrama Jr. Ricardo Vargas.
Luis Efraín Vázquez.
Leonel A. Veras. Francisco J. Zapata Jr. Jorge Zuniga.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
on which I am about to enter.
on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
In closing, I want to thank all of the family, friends, and visitors for joining in the celebration of this session's achievement.
Section leader, dismiss your session for the final time.
Congratulations, class 1164. I'm so proud of you, honey. So proud of you, son. Yay!